Welcome to class. It is week 9, and I'm going to show you a few things that you need to finish this week's assignments. It isn't available yet, but it will be in just a few minutes. So by the time you see this video, it'll be showing up for you. So this week is a little bit different because I extended the due date on the synthesis due to fall break. So please note those changes in prior week's folders. This week you'll have to complete a discussion board, a writing journal, and turn in your final paper, which you actually have the entire week to make any changes that came about because of the peer review. So let's have a look at this. It also says this is actually going to change slightly because I'm re-recording it so that it's current, but there will be a video right here, so make sure that you watch it so that you can understand this week's assignment. So what you're going to see is we're running into argument synthesis. You've already gotten done with just explanatory, and of course the differences are one explains and one argues. So this video on this week's folder is pretty significant. I think it might be helpful for you. So try to have a watch in that. And let's have a look. The argument synthesis exercise is the discussion board. And I changed this because the last one was on the election. Of course, we're not in the middle of an election of any kind. So if you get here and nobody, and it looks like this, of course, you're going to hit create thread so that you can create your own response to the discussion board. I want you to know that in argument synthesis, it's going to combine all of the prior skills that you've built. So summary, critique, and synthesis are all important. And then you're just going to formulate an argument. So when you look down here, what I want you to do for this one is to choose two leaders. Those can be two different leaders, and they have to be in sort of the same field or the same area to really make this relevant. So make sure that you're paying attention to that as you're looking for your two leaders. If you can apply it to your field of study, that makes it even better, but it's not absolutely necessary to get points on this. So if you look at this, they could be leaders of different corporations or countries. That is fine. And in your search, you're going to try to make this applicable to your field if possible, again, but it is not required. All of these bullets are going to be in your final post, so the information in it. You're going to look at the background experience that makes the leader qualified in their position. You're going to talk about some of their achievements, a couple of achievements that each one has experienced. It could be awards, it could be something great they did for a company or their country or a group of people. So kind of think outside the box on that one. Any strengths that have contributed to them being an effective leader, and the weaknesses, because everyone has both. Also talk a little bit about the similarities between the leaders and the differences. Now these don't have to be exhaustive lists, but a couple in each category will suffice. And then when you go to step 2, you're going to actually formulate an argumentative thesis based on some of that information that you got. And one of the things that I included here is this really neat tool. This is actually a thesis builder generator, and when you look on it, you're going to see some directions on how to do it. And if you have trouble formulating those thesis statements, this will help. Now, you will have to reword it so that so that it makes sense, but it will give you a starting point. Now, the key to the thesis in this exercise is that you take a position on whether or not which leader is better for their country, their corporation, their area of life, whatever it is. It could even be two authors that are leaders in their field. So you're going to take a position, and then you're going to include the 2 points that you're going to discuss. Now you can do more than that, but for right now, you're just doing 2 because you could really get into a lot of points that you can make, and this could be way too long. So once you have your thesis generated, you're going to discuss why one leader is better than the other. And you're going to use the information up here, these similarities and differences and information from your bulleted list to discuss why. So also you have to respond to one student, and these are the questions down here that you're going to answer in that post to the other student. So that's all for this one. Let's go back to the weekly folder real quick. in week 9, and let's look at the discussion board. So as you know, each one has a link to the assignment that you're responsible for doing that week, and this week's no different. So when you scroll down to the next one, you're going to have, I'm sorry, I called it a discussion board, but I meant a research writing journal. This one's pretty easy. It's really all about you. It's a goal to see, it's my goal to find out, where you stand right now. It's going to ask you some questions about feedback on your writing, the environment where you write. Please do not duplicate prior answers to this because they may change over the semester and the plagiarism checker picks that up and then you get a poor grade. So please be original. It's okay to look back at some of the other responses you made, but just make sure that you're writing original work for this. Briefly discuss how successful you've been in past writing courses and why, and how successful you believe based on what you've gotten done so far, how successful you'll be in this course. So it's a pretty simple simple exercise, and you will attach your responses as a Word document. So please keep that in mind as well. So that's pretty much all I wanted to let you know for this week. Just want you to let you know also that you all are doing a great job, and just keep up the good work. It'll be over before you know it. And don't hesitate to contact me. I had a period of time where I was a little bit sick and was out for a little bit, but everything's going well, and getting caught up on grading. And please always feel free to contact me. Thank you very much and have a great day.